Bruh's in the studio. What's up, Debo? How you doing this morning, sir?
It is certainly a pleasure to be here with you
Oh
this morning,
my
Michelle.
God. Oh my God. It's
Would be remiss if I didn't,
oh,
give
jeez.
thanks for
Here we
another opportunity to be before you uh, to just say good morning.
it just don't never. It
I just want to
just
say
don't
that
never. Did you say buttera?
I just want to say that I am certainly elated
You know, it was a
to be
brother
here this
who
morning.
actually did that in a speech because he used to play so much,
Uh-huh.
and he would be talking to us. And this dude, this dude,
He said that
this dude, damn near 7 figure,
Wow.
and he used to do it all the time, and was literally in a presentation, and we were there for it because of the company that I was working with. And he said, "So, no," he said, as we move. Now, how did he say it? Whatever he said, but then he said, buttera, it's gonna go well. And we all looked at him, and it was like 3 black people in the room and 27 white people. And we all,
Did the white people catch it?
a couple of them kind of smiled, like, what just happened? And we looked down at him, and you know me, I couldn't hold it. I said, excuse me, before you go any further. What was that word you used? Because we used to all say that back in the day. We used to all play around.
Yeah.
And so be like, look, buttera, it's gonna go down. So what? Now, what word did you say?
I said thatera.
Thatera.
Yeah.
Never heard thatera.
Thatera.
That's new.
I'm so elated thatera. I am here today.
I'm so elated. Thatera.
Yeah, use a big word.
You is so
and
country.
Use some country stuff right in there with it. You know what I'm talking about? That's how you mix it up.
You the country is Midwest.
Cityfied. No, but it is certainly good to be here today. Michelle, I wanted to share this with you before I forget. Carvey and I were treated to Big Tony came through yesterday, and he brought some rib dinners by her.
Is that right?
Baked beans, potato salad.
On the day that I don't work.
No. He knew you weren't here.
That's what I said. But on the day that I don't work.
No. But what he said was that he's going to double back because he's going to do some brisket and make sure that it's on a day that you and Keith can partake. See, Carvey.
Why are we worried about the other person?
Well,
no need.
He works here. No, it would be wrong for him to show up with
it would not be
me, you, and Carvey, and Keith sitting there like again.
He's
haters?
Used to it. He's used to it.
He is.
Why break routine?
He's mistreated every which turn he makes.
Why start doing new stuff?
Yeah. But no, good day.
Good. So
watched
the food
the game
was
last
excellent?
night. Yeah, food was good. Carvey, what did you think of the ribs? Carvey said amazing.
So Big Tony, now is this like? Does he have a restaurant?
He doesn't. What he's doing, Michelle, is he's perfecting and it kind of experimenting.
Up in this joint?
No. He's perfecting his rub though.
Nah,
his rub.
It sound like
no. He's been cooking for years.
Okay.
But he's trying to get into his own his own rub.
Yes, I did. The rub is the bomb.
Okay, so now he's put it in plate so that we could, because he didn't know if we really used it or not. So he wanted us to taste it.
Okay.
And then he's actually got a different series of rubs that he's working on. So he's trying different things. And we're not guinea pigs, not at all. Again, the man can cook. I knew that potato salad was homemade.
Did you say tater salad?
Yeah, tater salad. That tater salad was homemade.
I'm done talking to you.
Had them eggs up in there and the little chunks of urn.
I'm done talking to you. Since you mentioned food, though, let me just say this real quick before I check in with Carv. Got word that there is a new restaurant called Kitchen and Cocktails, and the cocktails are spelled with a K. And a sister or a group of Black women own this restaurant. They said the menu was comfort food. One of my people was over there, and they said that they have spent a lot of money investing into this spot and location, that it is really nicely done. It's over in Brown Deer, and I'll have to see, for some reason I'll see the address.
I see a lot cropping up, if you will, or popping up in that Brown Deer area.
I don't know if we need to credit that to the leadership, the good village president Wanda Montgomery over in Brown Deer,
Mm-hmm.
but Brown Deer certainly you can see the growth. You can
Mm-hmm.
see, businesses returning, and while you may not be getting big box stores, and I think on some level, there's even a little bit of a shift away from that.
Mm-hmm.
It's much more boutique type of shopping in Brown Deer, and I'm just because that's where I first lived when I first moved to Milwaukee.
Mm-hmm.
To see like the Northridge area and all of just the decline.
Yeah.
It just, I ride in that strip mall over there where TJ Maxx and Burlington and all of that used to be over there,
Mm-hmm.
Michael's, and which is still there. But it's just like crazy how.
So I haven't gone that far east on Brown Deer in a long time. So TJ Maxx is no longer there.
The only thing that's over there in that strip mall is Michael's and Office Depot.
Burlington's gone as
Burlington is gone. TJ Maxx is gone.
The Pick and Save still there?
Pick and Save is Pick and Save ain't going nowhere.
Okay.
But that I think Body and Bath on the corner down there is still there. I always look for it to like close, but it's still there. But so like they just did a major street widening DOT project over there. So they've redone the area. It's like, my God, spacious and fabulous. You feel like you're like, oh, we're
with that hotel being there, you would think that they would get sustainable business.
I mean,
weekends,
it's just interesting
like
because it's still, families, tons of families. But I'm telling you, once people begin to condition themselves to driving elsewhere, which is what we have done in the Black community, we've conditioned ourselves to drive to Tulsa, to drive to Menominee Falls,
Glendale,
Glendale, River, everywhere but our own. Again, how can you be the biggest city in the state and not have many of these retail outlets? Like it borders on. I mean, it's just the biggest insult in the world to me that. Because think about what kind of money we carry out of this city every day.
I wonder how
it's just scandalous to me.
How do we fare? And I don't wonder. We have to fare very poorly in comparison to other cities when it comes to our downtown, because there's no real pulling or drawing points.
Well, downtown, the one thing about Milwaukee, it's not built for shopping. It's built for drinking and entertainment. The number of food, eateries and restaurants, bars downtown.
But a lot of with the
shopping.
mall closing, what's really down there? I mean, as far as your majors, your Macy's,
I mean,
your Boston, Joe's.
Well, no, there you got like a TJ Maxx in the old Grand, whatever that's called now. I know I even saw like Sophisticated Man moved off of what was she on, Wisconsin, and she's moved over to another spot. Again, you got more boutique type stuff downtown. There's nothing big box anymore left downtown other than TJ Maxx. That's the closest to big box that's available. Our downtown is meant to be an entertainment district. It's not where you go. Like people used to go downtown to go shopping. That's not what you do down there. And I'm going to continue to say, I want to know how that one restaurant on Water Street, I think it's Water Street, gets to continue to have that crap in the middle of the street. That's their restaurant furniture. Like it's the most and I just like
Water and what?
Oh, what is it? I can't think of the exact street, but I think it's on Water. And I have to think about like exactly where it is.
So they have an extension from the building where they can just...
During COVID, a lot of the smaller restaurants and stuff, they moved a lot of their business out to the sidewalk. So the city allowed them to, temporarily set up shop for social distancing,
premises or something like
spacing.
That.
Yeah. And so this bar or restaurant, they not only extended to the sidewalk, they extended to the street. And so they literally block a portion of the freaking city street.
It's one on
with this
on MLK that does the same thing.
How MLK and what?
Right before you get to State.
MLK before you get to State.
MLK. The Journal Sentinel building, like a block before that. As you're coming down, that section they have that's actually in the street.
I have to look and see.
Across from Usingers.
I don't know. I don't know what that is. I'll have to look and see.
It's a bar restaurant right there.
Well, I just think that is BS. They need to get that crap out of the street. You messing up the flow of traffic. I'm trying to figure out, so because if it's made available to those businesses, why wouldn't it be made available to everybody? Then everybody had a junk and they tables in the middle of the city streets. It is so irritating. During COVID, I'm willing to work with you. I want to see your business thrive and survive. But COVID is over. This extension of your restaurant to the street, and I just keep waiting for somebody to plow through it because they got the little, planters going around it with the little flowers. I'm just waiting for somebody to hit them people sitting there. It is so irritating. And I'm like, and I'm not trying to be messed up. You would never be able to see no black restaurant get this crap extended to the street.
If I'm not mistaken, don't quote me. Shorewood, Capitol, left turn on Oakland. There's a bar restaurant there that has the same.
Oh, Lena said, yeah, it's MLK and State.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
But it's also one on Oakland.
Everybody's in it. They like MLK and State.
Yeah.
MLK and State. And as Lena said, many others exist. I haven't seen many.
Yeah. It's one in Shorewood right there.
All of that's ignorant to me. They need to get, I know on when I went to go to the movie the other day for Milwaukee Film.
Mm-hmm.
Now the east side need a damn parking structure. Let's just start there. And good morning. I know I got some babies on their way to school this morning. To all my youngins that listen to the show, good morning to y'all. Have an amazing and successful day. Stay focused. Remember why you're there and remember what life is supposed to be. And what you do today determines where you're going to be later. So y'all have a great day today. But let me get back on my rant. I just...
Paul Carvey, he just got him walked out.
No, because I'm gonna spend a lot of time on Carvey.
I'm just messing.
Good. I'm gonna spend a lot of time on Carvey. But I just it is so irritating to me because went to the theater to go to the movies on the east side. Atrocious parking, especially on Friday, Saturday. You just hang it up. And so I rode around 3 times looking for a space.
You're speaking to over by
Oriental Theater. Mm-hmm. And so I said, okay, now I'm starting to count how many times I did this loop over in here, extended the loop out in all directions trying to find parking. So I hit loop number 5. I said, if I hit 7, I'm going home. Or I'm not coming to the theater, I'm going somewhere else. And so one of the things I noticed is that there used to be that side street before you got to the Oriental. Like, I don't know if it was by Beans and Barley or whatever that was, but it's a little side street. And you could probably get 20 cars over there. They've closed that off now. And they have tables and stuff in the street, for people to sit and dine and that kind of thing. So you lost parking spaces. And I'm just looking at it like, y'all, at some point, you got to think about people's ability to navigate these streets. That crap that they did on Walnut with those bump outs that have eaten up all of the street and, stripped us down to a 1 lane of traffic.
That's crazy.
That's so stupid. Whoever did it, it was stupid. Whoever approved it, it was stupid. Whoever, looked at the design and said, yes, let's go with that. It was stupid. How do you reduce us to a 1 lane flow of traffic on Walnut? It's like Walnut is busy.
It's gotta cause at Teutonia and or either MLK. It's gotta cause bottlenecking.
It's the most, like I said, I do everything I can never to use it. And I was forced to the other day. I don't know what I was over there for some reason. I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to take it. I was hot going all the way up that street because it's such a waste of freaking space. And whoever designed it, I know, because people like weighing in. Ding. Let me see.
They dinging you to death over there.
Somebody said, but it's always been like that by the movie theater. It seems worse because it's more to do over on the east side. And again, they need to address it. There needs to be a parking structure or something put up over there. They got to figure that piece out. Because like I said, I don't know how many people leave.
I don't know if you could use St. Mary's.
They ought to strike up a deal with somebody. Somebody said every time I'm in the area of MLK and State, so that it must be State that MLK I'm talking about. I hate approaching that quote patio. It makes you go straight through a left turn lane only, shaking my head, irritating and dangerous. Absolutely. And I'm just like, I'm looking at the city planners or whoever, has done this. And I'm like, how do y'all not understand that this is a problem? And why is it allowed? Why do we have to subsidize businesses, business expansion by sitting in the middle of the damn street? It's the street.
Yeah, that it is.
It's the street. Before you pull up on it, it's the street. And after you get around that crap, it's the street. It's the street. It's not cute. It's not boutique-ish.
Isn't the city street, city property, city of Milwaukee?
It depends on which street we on.
So MLK, once you leave the curb, are you in city or what is that deemed?
When you're on the sidewalk, you're in the city.
Right. Well, this is what I'm saying. So how is it that they can just overtake?
Because they don't own the sidewalk either.
The city property.
The cities approve that foolishness. And they need to stop.
I know, from having my bar, you can do this extension of premises thing. Piece.
Yeah.
So I get it. I don't know how long that lasts. Is that something
like I said, it was put in place for COVID and it needs to go away.
But why it should impede traffic?
And then I'm just looking at people like I eat outside. It's a lot of people I know they don't like to eat outside. One of my friends, Donna, and we would go to a restaurant, we ate outside. She would be like, "No, sir," because she like dust getting on my food. Y'all niggas nasty.
Bugs,
yeah, she would.
Kind of
she would not.
I didn't pay for this.
She would not eat outside, and I don't mind eating outside, but to be eating outside in the middle of the street with cars and emissions and fumes passing by, at least on the sidewalk, you're a little bit kind of over, but cars is literally riding right up and then going around y'all and going past. I'm like, now this is some nasty nonsense right here.
Yeah, but this one down here in Shorewood too. Now that's a different municipality, certainly, but I guess maybe it's the.
And I don't know if they get the volume of traffic.
Oakland is very busy.
Oh, so Oakland. Mm-hmm. Okay. So yeah, Oakland is. Somebody said that Rise and Grind also had the opportunity to do it. Let me see, but they didn't. Let me say something like that. They don't for fear. Oh, okay. So I think it's nasty and it's an inconvenience to. People driving through the city, moving around.
And as you spoke to, Michelle,
somebody said buses right at the bus stop, just gross. Hadn't even thought about that.
Yeah, but I think you're kind of taking a real risk, because people coming down through there, maybe they've been drinking, they might not see what they thought
Every
they saw.
time I pass by, I'm like, it's a matter of time for somebody hit this crap.
Yeah, that's scary.
Every time.
And I'm glad Rise and Grind didn't do it.
Yeah. I mean, I can't be having my grits out in the street like that.
To me, it's just that's
whatever
not
they serve. I can't be having my food in the street,
making it home safe.
And I'm like, it's the street fair. Yeah, okay, I went down a rabbit hole. I apologize, y'all.
You did.
But let me before
I didn't even get there.
No,
I did not.
You started.
I bet you I didn't.
I bet you did. Bet you my God. Okay. Let me say good morning to.
I can tell you how we got there. You started telling us about the new restaurant with the ladies.
Yes. Oh wait, and somebody sent me the address. Like, see how easy.
Yes. How easily you tried to blame me.
I need to take some medicine.
I wasn't even the one
for attention deficit disorder. Somebody said I think they did that in St. Louis to curb crime. Boy, stop. I'm gonna commit a crime. It ain't gonna. I'm gonna commit a crime because I'm just gonna be like, Oh, the restaurant is at 9080 North Brown Deer Road. Kitchen and cocktails. If y'all get a chance, go and support them. Comfort food, soul food. Check them out.
So does that mean it's on Brown Deer?
So you're doing too much.
90th and Brown Deer.
It says 9080 North Brown Deer Road. So it's on Brown Deer Road.
You use your coordinates to get there.
Yeah, I don't know. I use addresses. I use coordinates.
Which is a coordinate.
Oh, I use numbers.
It's going to be 90 south and so and so west.
As always.
Or whatever.
You doing too much. Okay, never be simple with you. So let me just say this before I go to break. To the young
already,
whatever. To the young superstar in the building.
He got a big show today, don't he?
Carby B. You have a show today, man. So the folks with Wisconsin Voices, the Turners, Milwaukee Turners, the NAACP has also come to the table to do the big vote. And this is an effort being spearheaded again by, Tamika, who has a show here at 11 in Wisconsin Voices. And hang on, somebody just said something. What is this? Sorry. 9080 North Green Bay, not Brown Deer Road. It's in Brown Deer. Hey. These is people giving out the wrong information.
Ready to send us off.
So to the texter, you got me catching your heat because you out here giving out the wrong address, sending folks to the wrong place.
So is that in the strip mall you were referring to?
It's not in the strip mall. 9080 North Green Bay.
Freestanding, huh? Okay.
I guess so. Things about my bad. Wow. I love that my bad is so universal. My bad. But okay, so Carvey performing tonight. Can you come to the mic real quick, Carvey? Just take a sec. Let the people hear the superstar in the studio. He doesn't have his grill in this morning. We're getting regular before 10 Carvey P. But Carv is going to be performing. Oh, there's your name on the handbill.
Right, as soon as you grab it, Depot mentioned that. No, see, you grab it wrong. There you go.
Did I grab it this way?
No, you gotta grab it that way.
And then
you got your hand right there by my name.
Right. I was okay. I got you. So, for folks that are listening,
you just did.
It is a different font. What was that? Was you an afterthought?
We good.
They added you at the last minute, but they figured out that they could finally afford you.
Yeah,
that's what it was. That's what it was. They
That's
figured out that they could afford you.
Yeah, they could afford me.
All right, so
Carvey P speak.
So Carv,
Yeah.
You are performing tonight. What's the event? Do you know what's happening, or are you just up there performing?
I was told that it's a big vote event for 18 years and up.
Okay.
And well, I guess the performers gonna have food and all the the goodies. And then
my press pass.
The guests, they just gonna have a great show. Honestly, I'm not.
So this whole thing is wrapped up in the whole concept that we are now. Today is October 1st.
Yes.
We are 36 days away from the election.
Yes.
November 5th. So the idea of getting in front of 18 to 30 year olds to be able to talk about the significance of voting, make sure people are registered. If they need help getting registered, helping them with that.
Bring awareness,
Bring awareness. There you go. And so some of the performers now, I don't know everybody on this handbill, but yeah, who's on deck?
So tonight we got Ro James performing. We got Steve the Stoner. We got the MT Twins. We got Kia the rap princess. We got Ray Nitty. We got Carvey P, of course. And then we got DJ Sushi Lore. We got Real Rich, LA BTW, and it's hosted by Ro Timmy, hosted by Jasmine Tyler. And then we have a special performance by Scrappy.
So, like, some of these are national names.
Yes.
Yeah, Scrappy is Scrappy. He just ain't little no more.
Yeah, so this is crazy, Carv. So for folks that are wondering, this is a free event.
Yeah.
You can tell your youngins about it. It's happening from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Tell them that I'm going to post the QR code on the screen. So
you talking.
Oh. Well, hey, guys, if you're watching on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube, I'll be posting the QR code on the screen. So all you will have to do is just use your phone to scan that QR code on the screen, and you'll be directed to purchase your ticket.
And so you understand, there's not a purchase.
It's not a purchase,
but they do want you to register.
Yeah,
they want you to register to attend the event so they can capture how many folks that they had there. But this is over at Turner Hall, 1040 North Velar Phillips Avenue.
Yes.
And I can't wait.
Yes.
Well, I'm looking for this will be my first time seeing you perform.
It's gonna be a great time.
Not on videos.
Great time.
With girls all around you, being inappropriate.
You're gonna see me geek up the crowd. You're gonna see the Carvey after 10.
I'm gonna see Carvey after 10.
You will.
All right, I'm excited. All right, family. Thank you, Carver. I appreciate it, bro. So again, the big vote is happening tonight. This is coinciding with the vice presidential debate. I've gotten other announcements for other events that are happening around the city. If you have some, yes, I know. Judge Taylor, what time? Oh, it's only 7:29. I'm like, why she ain't at work? Cuckoo Cal gonna be there. Yes, we have heard that none other than Milwaukee's finest, and more. Cuckoo Cal is getting in on it. Somebody said Ro James, who sings Permission. Who was your what do y'all know about these people? Somebody said Erica May and Tank should be here. Look, everybody get in on it. You don't realize too how much talent we got in Milwaukee. That's like crazy. Let me go to the phone line. I got a caller that's been holding since the show started this morning. Hey, caller, what's happening?
Good morning.
Hey, Dr. Ward, how you doing this morning, sir?
Not as well as you, not sight unseen. I wanted to make a little commentary on something you started off with.
Yes, sir.
And that was
Okay.
He did not take it.
My mother-in-law used to use that a lot. And as a child, I had heard it a lot. And so I started as a teacher using it in my class. And I was teaching at Fernwood on the south side. And I was using that word so much that a white student asked me after class, what does mean? And that reminded me of when I was in elementary school.
That coffee almost went flying all over this microphone.
one of my teachers told the class not to use so much when you're talking. And so when this guy asked me what does mean, I told him, and you can use that one. Means you don't know what the hell you're talking about. But means you're thinking.
And that actually, I think is very accurate. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Thank you, Dr. Ward.
Have a good one.
Yes, sir. All right, family, I got to take a break. When we come back, get to the rest of the information that's going on. I did mention that today is the debate for the vice presidential candidates. And, it's gonna be interesting because JD Vance is going to come with, all the lies he can fit into 90 minutes or however long it is. And Tim Walz getting ready to be thinking he in the World Series playoffs, and he get ready to start batting them down. Like, here we go. They gonna come out swinging. We gonna see who's still standing and who going home with the penny.
You think they're gonna be one of them moments?
I mean, Tim Walz clearly has that in him. Like if you pay attention to him,
yeah, I've heard him.
Tim can get loose. He reminds me a little bit of Joe Biden, but Joe Biden sound more stern. Tim Walz is like, oh, he coming for the ribbon. And so let me go to break. We'll talk about it on the other side. If you think you're interested in the debate tonight, you planning to watch, let me know. And somebody said, Michelle, not Eric May, Eric Benet. My bad. I just read what it said. I wasn't thinking about it. Eric Benet ought to show up. I ain't got time to be trying to remember your name. All right, I'll be right back, family. Welcome back to the show. Taking a moment to do some music education in the studio. When I mentioned Eric Benet, and I don't even know if I said it. I was like, Harvey, do you know who Eric Benet is? I'm not busting you out, bro. Just talking about what we need to do better. Now he's like, yeah, facts. Put it on y'all. Because Carvey was like, no, I don't know who Eric Benet is. And I'm like, Carvey, you in the music game, and da-da-da, even though different, genre in the game, but you're in the music game. I said, local brother. And he's like, no. So we had to play some Eric Benet music. But one of the things that I used to talk about all the time is that we don't feature our own artists here. We don't love on our own artists here. I talked about when my son went to college down at Alabama State, and everybody was hooking up and meeting, and like, where you from? My son said, I'm from Milwaukee, and he had a whole bunch of young cats that was like, you from the Mill? And he was like, yeah. And all of these young brothers knew who Cuckoo Cow was. They was vibing on Arrested Development beforehand. Like, people knew our artists. They knew Tank. They was just like, man, Milwaukee got it going on. And my son was like, well, okay. Well, yeah, I guess. And it's what we say all the time. You got to go someplace else to be appreciated. Folks don't do that, in your own city. Still talk about Al Jarreau, how his home has no marker to say, hey, this is the home of Al Jarreau, a former home of Al Jarreau. Like, those little things you could do in a city I thought for some reason there might be a park. Let me see. I know there was some talk about doing something for him. Has he passed? Yeah. Can you pull up Al Jarreau, Milwaukee, please? All right. Al Jarreau lived, what are we on? 20th? Al Jarreau literally lived 4 blocks down the street from this, or not even 4. It might have been like 15th, 16th in Capitol. His house is right on the corner. Who? Yeah. Pull up Al Jarreau. And I mean, he may not know it, but I just want him to hear it. And like, Al Jarreau, I'm trying to see. Oh, Milwaukee. Let me see if he got one. I don't know. Okay, Milwaukee renames Northside Park in honor of singer Al Jarreau. That was just last year. Let me look and see which one it was. And he's a Grammy Award winner. Like, I mean, when his song that they used on Moonlighting. Oh my God. You could not hear that song and just not be carried away. So this park on Monday, this was last year, the council formally approved renaming the 30th and Cocker Park area. The hell is the Cocker Park? At 2929 North 30th Street. That ain't even by his house. Street in the 7th Aldermanic District as the. Yeah, that's like, what is that? Burleigh? Is that Locust? That ain't even by his house. Why, when he was from Summit Capital? That's why don't nobody know. 2929 North 30th Street in the 7th Aldermanic District as the Alwyn Lopez Jarreau Park. Didn't nobody call him Alwyn Lopez? Just call it the Al Jarreau Park. People always be doing too much in honor of the Milwaukee native. Oh my God. Which one you playing? Oh. Hold on, y'all.
Milwaukee Road, see the moon moving along the sky. Yes. It's a car moving along the highway. You moving to California with me. I'm almost 2,000 miles from my home, sweet home, 2,000 miles from the arms that bore me, 2,000 miles from my sweet home, Milwaukee. Yeah, yeah. Talking about Milwaukee. Ooh, his train is screaming to touch the sky. There's a rain plowing the road before me.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, somebody said we're in this love together, so we're gonna get that too. Somebody said, yeah, Kenny and Jacob Lattimore. You know, yeah. So you know, we got to do a better job. Somebody said, yeah, it was 17th and Capitol. Thank you, I appreciate.
But then don't leave out. And I know it's a different genre of music. Grammy Award winning Mr. Harvey Scales.
Oh.
He wrote Disco Lady. He made I Can Do Bad by Myself. He had several great hits on his own. Yeah, Harvey Scales, legendary writer and performer.
We gotta do something. We gotta do something. Because, like, just think about this brother's 19 in the music game. We're saying, and Eric Benet, Kirby's like, oh, was he with your age group? I was like, are you trying to take a shot? And then when I looked it up, I didn't realize Eric Benet turning 58 this month. So I'm like, oh, dang, he is in my age range. Just take back one more time.
That's his word.
One more time. But that's the thing, y'all. We got to do a better job of making sure not only that the next generation understands who these people were, but we don't even respect it ourselves. So just look at the list of names that we've named and just think about what in this city lets you know these people are from this city. Like you said, the Algeros Park is some obscure place.
Right.
I
hear you talk to it all the time, or speak to it, shall I say. When people fly in here, I mean, what indicates what Milwaukee is all about. We're not the beer capital no more.
No.
All that industry stuff that we had going on is not what identifies us anymore. So, I mean, what identifies us?
I mean, and that's like one of the things, you don't get a clear definition of that. I know they got like the little Green Bay Packer store at the airport. Finally, thank God, you can hear David Crawley welcome people to the city. But I'm gonna just say this one more time, and then I'm gonna move on. Well, I'm probably gonna say it again in life, but I'm gonna say it one more time just for today. If I was the county executive or the mayor, there is no way in the world, and really the county executive, because the airport is not city, it's county. That airport would be so fly. Like them little faded boats, have the artist or somebody come in there and update that crap so it don't look like it washed up on sea itself. Because it look a faded out, janky 1968, 1972 mess. That's one thing. There is no way I wouldn't have Giannis on a video screen with the basketball, welcome to Milwaukee. I wouldn't have Jordan Love or the Packer players. I wouldn't have Brewer players. Like, there's no way you could come into our airport and you would not see the best of the best that we got. It remains just the jankiest and boring. And I mean, I've been to worse airports. Let me be clear. I have, but worse in terms of service and that kind of thing. It has so much potential. It is a beautiful space. Everybody they get is boring and milquetoast, and they make our city look boring and milquetoast. Every time. Even for the RNC convention. Somebody came in, hung them little red and white tire banners, and that was pretty much the end of the party. And I'm like, seriously? That's how y'all welcome people to the city? Like, we can be so much better. But the lack of creativity in this town, it is draining. You can go right up the street to Chicago and think you're in a whole different country, man. Like, we got the most, again, when Skywalker wanted to put that blue t-shirt, that blue shirt, in fact, he did put it out there. That blue shirt, that working collar shirt. Like, dog, if you don't get that mess down, that is not who we are. None of our celebrities are featured when you come into this city. None of them. We could be playing music. We got a song literally said my hometown, Milwaukee. You hear none of it. I get tired of talking to these people. Or talking about them.
Trying to put us on.
I'm just saying. So as I wholeheartedly agree, make Milwaukee pop. Absolutely. And we got it. And this stuff is not expensive. It's possible. It's nothing to be able to reach out to these sports teams and say, hey, we need y'all, send us 2 or 3 players to make a record a 30-second spot for us. Welcoming people to the city. Like, this is not hard stuff. But I've been talking about this for years and years and years and years and years. In a minute, like, is it time for David Crowley? Didn't he just get elected to another term? Like, you need to come on, man. Okay, another rabbit hole. Let me move on. I'm losing my mind.
So can I stop the music now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I hadn't got to We're in This Love Together yet, you know.
Can we get that one going out on one of our breaks?
Yeah, sure we can. I'll save it.
You get on my nerves. All right. So, Cocker Park and 30th Street. Why? Did he even live in the 7th Automatic District? I don't think he did.
I think that's the name of that little street right there.
Because that was Khalif's district.
Do you realize that street is only like from here to the island? From where we're sitting about to that island right there is about the length of that street. That's about the size of the park.
So they said Elizabeth Brown and Barbara Smith of Amani United applied to the city to urge the renaming with the backing of Alderman Khalif Rainey and other community support. Yeah, I mean, I bow down and respect the effort. But I'm like, number one, he didn't even live in the 7th Automatic District.
That shouldn't have been the park.
That shouldn't have been it. And I'm sure it was able to pass because didn't nobody care about that space. This is a brother who won 6 Grammy Awards.
Do you know
God.
Do you know where the fire department is on 30th in Locust?
I do.
You ever notice that little playland? It's like a tot lot.
No, I never noticed. That's
about the size of it.
I'm gonna ride over there and look. That's just that's horrible. Sad. All right. Okay, I've spent 49 minutes on
miscellaneous.
No content whatsoever. No, all right.
People have chimed
but I think people clearly, a lot of people have responded to some of the stuff that's been said. All right. So let's hit on a few things we need to talk about. Number one, there are a number of people that are doing watch parties for the vice presidential debate tonight. If you're doing a watch party, you want the community to know about it, it's open to the public. Let me know. I'll make sure I announce it today on the show. Also, I know down in Racine, there are folks doing watch parties on that end. And I'll get the address to the event venue because I don't have it in front of me right now, but I'll pull that up. But this is going to be a major opportunity. And the reason why I say that, because typically vice presidential debate, whatever, no big deal. But remember when Kamala Harris debated Mike Pence? And wasn't that when the fly was on Mike Pence's hair? And Mike Pence's hair is that beautiful snow white color. His hair is really pretty. Mike Pence looked like, no, I spent like $1,000 on this cut and this dye job, but his hair is gorgeous. And I think that ended up being one of the most memorable things about the debate. Typically, these debates fly under the radar. This becomes critical because there will not be another match, another face-off between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris before the November 5th election. Trump is scared to debate Kamala Harris again because the bar is now set so high. His performance was so awful, Meech. His performance was so awful. Dude, he gun shy now. He's scared to go back in the ring. He's not going to step up to the plate. Give me every metaphor you can think of. I can make it work. Bruh will not go up against his sister again. Will not. Because he got killed in the first debate. So it is going to be up to VP's nominees, Walz and Vance to continue to make the case for these two individuals. So when Walz is talking to JD Vance, it's going to be like he's debating Donald Trump. And if Vance is doing his job, it's going to be like he is debating Kamala Harris, because you have got to make it about these two candidates, not about the individual VPs, because you still have messaging that you need to do. So I anticipate that this is going to be unusually interesting as a VP debate. I've got a number of people who checked in to say I am watching. I will be watching because this is going to be crazy. It absolutely is going to be interesting to see what happens. And we'll talk about some of the issues that should come up. If you are watching, please let me know. I'm interested. Somebody said, oh, what's the spelling of Carvie? Carvie is the spelling of Carvie's name. All right, family, let me go to a break. Michelle, hey, we heard this love together. Play that. All right, family, we going to a break. You hear my man, Al Jarreau in the background, Milwaukee Zone. We'll be right back. Like berries on the vine, it gets sweeter all the
I'm sorry. I did not know that that's where you were going with this. Listen, even a blind man could see that it was a man down situation the other day during the debate. You know, one of the phrases that we use as a colloquialism is that we snatch wigs. Well, I'm just telling you, he got his toupee snatched. And so regardless of what type of spinning he's going to try to do, it is clear that he knows that this is a woman that he literally just cannot measure up to. And so absolutely, he doesn't want to go another round because if he didn't think he was knocked down before, he would absolutely recognize it if he went for another round with her.
All right, folks. Somebody just sent me that clip and I had seen it, but I'm glad they did. I played it directly from my cell phone. What she say? He got his wig snatched, his toupee snatched. That was none other than Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett, who was just here. Yeah, who else? Who else could it have been just here this past Sunday? She said he got his toupee snatched. Oh my God, I love it. I love it. So a number of people still checking in. A number checked in during the break that said, yep, I'm planning to watch. One of the things, the article that was made and the point was made in the Journal Sentinel today is that no matter who wins the election, the VP is going to be from the Midwest, whether we're talking Ohio or we're talking Minnesota. Their take was that the Great Lakes matter. I'm gonna just say this. I think they matter in terms of winning the election. Will they matter in terms of policy? Will we matter in terms of resources and what comes to the state that's not intended to help somebody get elected? Because there's been a lot of neglect over the years for Midwestern states, for rural communities. It's been problematic. But one of the things that they understand, and I think it was, poignant to point out in this article today, that together Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania carry 44 electoral votes. And so when you look at it, that is more than, a lot of people understand that you don't have a ton of wiggle room by way of losing this election. So you got to go hard. That's why, again, we're getting regular updates from the campaign. I think we're on track to get one this morning. I talked about both Trump is going to be in Wisconsin, I think on Friday or today, October 1st. I think he's supposed to be here. Doug Emhoff, the second gentleman, he is supposed to be here. Surrogates have been calling in. That's why Representative Crockett was here. It has been nonstop. And the one thing I will tell you, and sometimes people are like, I don't know if there's a point to it, not a point to it. People go where they feel safe, where they feel comfortable. I encourage people to go everywhere, to talk to anybody that's willing to talk to you. And I want to be clear, for the record, nobody from the Republican Party, other than Travis, I don't know what Travis's last name is. Is it Clark? I can't remember right now. But no one else has asked to talk to me. So I don't want anybody to think I'm being partisan or biased, at least in terms of giving access to people in terms of my show. None of them have asked to talk to me. They running their commercials, during the time slot, but none of them have said, I'm willing to come on and have the conversation. I think that to the point that Jasmine Crockett made, Congresswoman Crockett made, because you don't want none. You don't want none. Because the pushback is going to be real. And the questions are going to be real and not the fluff softball questions y'all get when y'all go someplace else. You don't want none. That's why you stay away. Let me also say this real quick, because I saw this story. Let me see. Trump gets gender wrong of Latin performer. Okay. So there is an individual that is big time Latin performer by the name of Nicky Jam. Okay. And this music genre is called reggaeton. I wasn't up on reggaeton until I actually heard about this story. But it's a combination of all these different genres of music. So reggae, as hence the name, Latin music, got some Puerto Rican influences. It's a lot going on in this music. And they've been, working hard to kind of elevate it, raise the profile of this music. So there is this major Latin performer by the name of Nicky Jam who says that, they now coming out to support Donald Trump. I will, always be befuddled by people that do this, but okay, you got your choices. See how you treat your people, but you got your choices, so you go right ahead. So when Trump introduces Nicky Jam, Trump says, and I quote, that Nicky Jam is one hot woman. And he put an emphasis on hot. In fact, Debo, can you look and see if there's a clip on YouTube of Trump and Nicky Jam? Can you see? Because I need y'all, if we can find it, I need y'all to hear it from the horse's mouth. Or, the donkey's mouth, the special one's mouth. And this was at a rally in Las Vegas. Nicky Jam. Let's see because he was he was introducing him. And so he said to the crowd, because he's getting ready to get this endorsement from this superstar. What is that? Is that somebody talking about it? Hang on. Yeah, I promise I should have found this because I want you. Huh? Okay. So Debo's looking at all the different YouTube clips to see. What's the one below it? Who was that below it? Is that Nicky Jam? How long is that clip? Oh, yes. Play it. Yes. Okay, play it. I think that's it. Oh my God. We're gonna see. All right, y'all.
Latin music superstar Nicky Jam. Do you know Nicky? She's hot. Where's Nicky? Thank you, Nicky. Great to
Come
be
on, Nicky.
having you here.
Where's Nicky? She's hot.
Now you have to get. Oh look. I'm glad he came up.
Nicky Jam is a dude.
What an embarrassing moment.
Oh my God. Dude said
Nicky's hot. Nicky's hot.
She's hot.
Nicky's one hot.
See, because he a damn racist. Because he went, Latin woman, all the stereotypes. She's hot. She's hot, y'all. A Latin woman, Nicky Jam.
Wow.
And it is
Look.
And it is
I'm glad he came up.
Dude stand up. And he should have felt like a fool. You coming up on the stage, clown, talking about you endorsing somebody. This man don't even know who the hell you are. His people have not briefed him, or if they did, true to Trump fashion, he didn't read the brief. And she's hot. Can you play it one more time?
I remember the same one. I got it. I don't know. I didn't save it. I just I kept going. No, we don't want to hear it. We can't play that again.
We do gotta play that again. And y'all gotta go to YouTube and watch the clip, because the Latin performer Nicky kind of hesitate when he get up like this mother. And then he got his stupid "Make America Great Again" red Trump hat on, and this dude that called you a woman has no idea in potato chip land who you are.
You know Nikki, she's
Do it again,
Where's
wait. I was talking over it. Do it again,
Thank you, Nikki. Great to be having Latin music superstar Nikki Jam. You know Nikki? She's Latin music superstar Nikki Jam. You know Nikki? She's hot. Where's Nikki?
She's hot.
Where's Nikki?
Where's Nikki?
Thank you, Nikki. Great, Nikki. Having you here.
She's hot.
Now you have to get. Oh, look.
He is an idiot. He is an idiot. How in the world can this election be this close? Oh my God.
Where's Nikki? Where's Nikki? She's hot.
Nothing but a racial stereotype, though. That's all it was. You ain't never seen no photo with Nikki Jam. You ain't never seen no video with Nikki Jam.
Dude walks up there.
And his name is spelled Nicky. So I got Nickies in my family. It's spelled, maybe like a lot of women spell their name. I don't know. But you've not bothered. They told you. They got this cat here at the event in the audience. Somebody met with his staff, prepped him to come.
Let's go.
Where's Nikki? Where's Nikki?
She's hot. She's hot.
Latin music superstar Nikki Jam. You know Nikki? She's hot. Where's Nikki? Where's Nikki?
Where's Nikki?
Thank you, Nikki.
Thank you,
Great
Nikki.
to be having you here.
He still ain't
Here
serious.
it come.
Now you have to get. Oh, look.
What a fool. Where's Nikki?
He said, "Oh look, oh look, I'm an idiot. Oh look, oh my God,
Yeah. Where's Nikki? Where's Nikki?
oh my God." I just, y'all, how can it be this close? How can it be this close? But for you people that support, this particular candidate, like the hits keep coming. The embarrassment keeps coming. This man is an embarrassment on a global scale. Like, oh my God. It took 2 minutes. Your staff has prepped you before you step on that stage about what's getting ready to go on today. When Jasmine Crockett was here, her handlers, and I met her staff when she was here, her handlers had already said, "You getting ready to meet Michelle." Because I introduced her at the event. You're going to meet Michelle. This is the chick from the radio. You talked to her twice because she ain't going to remember none of that because she been busy. I don't expect her to know who I am. But her handlers made sure, remember, she's your sorority sister. She's this, because that's what we do. When I work with Lena, here go one sheeter, or here Lena's in the car. All right, run it down. Tell me what I'm doing. Tell me who I'm talking to. Tell me who these people are. Tell me the background. Bam, bam, bam. They go here. They do this. They've been this. Da, da, da. Somebody told him. Somebody made that information available to him. This idiot chose not to look at it. Just like they used to say during the daily briefings, Donald Trump would not pay attention. It was trying to deal with somebody with the attention span of a toothpick. He would not listen. So you get embarrassed. And the Latin community, while I'm cracking up, the Latin community was not laughing. They were not laughing because, number one, little Mr. Nicky Jam, you going against a lot of people in your community who don't understand why you would be supporting somebody that has the type of policies and says the type of things that he says about people of Hispanic or Spanish speaking descent. Why you would talk about these people. Who talks about these people in such a derogatory way while you up grabbing the mic to my who you endorse. Not only did dude not know who you were, had never heard your music, don't know nothing about you being a Latin star. He didn't even know your gender, fam. Y'all, this is who people want to send to the White House. somebody who don't have 5 minutes to prepare before you walk out on a stage and miscorrectly identify the gender of some huge Latin star that's here to endorse you and support you. You're an idiot. So we will keep going. We will keep watching. We will keep watching. One of the things that the Harris campaign did, they tweeted about it. And in their tweet, they said, Latin music superstar Nicky Jam. Do you know Nikki? She's hot. and trust me, Nikki feel like a fool. You feel like a fool today, Nick. You might have been able to shake it off, and come out and shake his little hand. But as you stood up, your manhood all dropped straight to the floor. You felt like a fool. This dude said she's hot, which also lets people know he's a liar. You had no idea what she looked like. So Donald Trump, where did we get the hot from? Where did that come from? Have you seen Nikki? She's hot. Well, what picture of Nikki did you see? So that meant you telling a bald-faced lie on this stage in front of everybody. You have no idea who you're talking about. There is not a person that calls this radio station in terms of an interview or comes and sitting in these chairs that before these people arrive, I don't care if I don't know about the interview until that morning or the night before. I have Googled this person. I have found some background information on them. I know something about this person before they sit in this chair. And if they are smart, they know something about me before they call in and talk to me or they sit in this chair. That's what prepared people do. That's what professional people do. That's what people who understand.
Nikki, she's. Where is Nikki? Where's Latin music superstar?
I told you it's there. It's there. That's a drop
Latin
from now.
Music superstar. Nikki Jam. Nikki? She's hot. Where's Nikki?
Where's Nikki?
Thank you, Nikki.
Thank you, Nikki.
Having you here.
Great having you here.
Now you have to get.
Look. Ridiculous.
Dude, where's Nikki?
I gotta.
Latin music superstar.
No, I like what you
Nikki
do.
Jam.
Where's Nikki?
Where's
Nikki?
Where's Nikki?
Where's Nikki?
Where's Nikki?
She's hot.
Thank you, Nikki.
So you know,
To be
and behind that,
you
you
here.
got to play Prince.
Now you have to get.
Oh look! What the hell are you doing up here?
I'm glad he came up.
A man came up.
And then think about, did he say a man came up?
No, he said, "I'm glad he came up."
Oh yeah, that's right, he did. He said, "I'm glad he came up." Huh? So Carby Boss said he said it because he's Diddy.
Oh.
But Diddy was still saying he's hot. He wouldn't have said she. And I'm telling y'all right now, if y'all think for 5 minutes I'm gonna let this go, y'all gotta be messed up. 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 Okay. I knew a girl named Nikki.
I guess you could
Say she was a
Trump fiend.
A Trump fiend. I'm telling you, when dude, like my phone is blowing up, when Nicky Jam got off that stage, I want you to know Cass blew him up. And I know somebody said, you got to feel like an idiot right now.
Somebody said, she's hot.
Let me go to the phone line. Hey, caller, what's happening? Hello?
Oh, that would help if I pushed the
I'm
button.
sorry. Hey, caller, what's happening?
Hey, Michelle.
Hey.
Michelle, I thought he pulled his endorsement after that.
I know people encourage them to. Let me look it for it real quick. Go ahead.
I thought that's what I heard. I thought that's what I heard on Morning Joe.
But it's too late. It's too late. It's too late.
Because they was clowning him on that. They did the same thing you was doing. They was clowning him. It's like you said, Michelle. It's the one lady that's on The View, and I can't think of her name right now. Not Anna. Anna eats him up. But it's the young girl that used to work for, I think, Mike Pence. She said just what you said. The dude don't read nothing. They try. I mean, Chris Christie be on him. He like the dude got the attention span of a gnat.
Right.
It's just it. Then you got people, and our main guy that just calls in, supports this guy, just like you should have seen all the nonsense he sent me this weekend. I'm like, stop, dude, you killing me, man. It's just like you just taking up for this white old man, like you Stephen or Steven, whatever that dude's name was. I'm like, dude, you killing me, man. You can't see the harm he's doing to your people, man. And Kamala Harris could be your sister. She could be your cousin, and he's sitting up calling her mentally deranged. I'm like, Michelle, why isn't the Republican Party talking about his mental capacity?
Nobody, not just the Republican Party, nobody, not the media, not the Democratic Party. Nobody is talking about this man's diminished mental capacity and the stuff that he says that's off the rails. Let's be clear. Nobody's doing it. The media is 100% out of order because they just say, oh, it's Trump. Oh, it's just Trump being Trump. No, some of this stuff is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, and they don't call it out. Nobody does.
But Michelle, you know, I always say that when I come on the show. Like I always say, I get so frustrated with you because I'm 24/7 watching this stuff, probably too much, and I'm just like, it's just right. But I get my real thing. I called in today. I know you're frustrated about something, but Michelle, these fools out here, Michelle, is driving stupid this morning. Stupid crazy. And it's just like, even with this stuff out here, they still ain't slowing down. The little plastic green ones, have you seen how many of them been knocked down? But what really get me, them big old bump outs, them big concrete ones.
Right.
The yellow signs on top of, I mean, people, Michelle, something's going on in this world, man. It's just like, you want to cheer, you pay it. And a lot of these people that's driving out here crazy this morning, Michelle, they driving nice rides. I'm like, I know you to pay $60,000, $70,000 for that car, and they driving like, I don't know, Michelle. So,
and I want to be clear, a lot of these are not young people.
No.
I am looking in these cars and some of the people doing what you're saying, and a lot of these are not people under 30 years
old. Look at this fool. I'm coming up, and he done drove all the way through hanging his car. Because they too busy with their phones in their hand, Michelle. Doing everything but paying attention to the road. Almost every car I look in, they got their hand in their phone. It's just like...
Yeah, and I don't know what it takes because we've seen people die. We've seen innocent lives be lost. I mean, and until they end up getting hung up themselves, I don't know what makes them stop. But I think like one thing I know I do, which I know always kind of startles them, I blow my horn. I lay on my horn so dang hard, they get sick of me. Because people just, and then don't let me get behind them in traffic. I lay on my horn the whole time I'm behind them. And because I'm doing it to warn people that they driving stupid and to irritate them. I just lay on my horn, and they be looking in every mirror, and I'm like, "Yep, I'm doing it. Sure are. You driving crazy? I sure am." And I ride, and like there are days I'm gonna mess around and get a ticket myself because when they dip, I dip. When they move, I move, and I stay right behind them with my horn blaring, just right behind them. And it look people like looking like and then people figure out what I'm doing, and you can see people laughing. But I do it all the time. Like so, yes, I understand, bro. Thank you for the call. Appreciate you. All right now, yes. So there are people that said I went and looked that she has deleted her Instagram post that was supporting Donald Trump, and people are now saying that they are now forever calling Nikki Jam she and her. Her pronouns have changed. And then I ain't trying to be messed up, but think about the Latin male culture and how macho it is. Just think about that. That's why I said his manhood dropped to the floor. Think about male macho culture in the Latin community. There's a song called They're Eating the Dogs. King Melonius. Who is this?
Larry told me yesterday.
What is this?
He said that over there he's gone. I said, Larry, don't play with me. He raised his right hand and said, I swear to God. You have me found, man, I swear for long. That even the dawn, you can tell that. Even the dawn.
You're stupid. Who is King Melonius?
What the hell going on?
What's going on?
What the hell is going on?
Woo. Where did you find this song?
I'm a dog, baby.
I'm a dog. What?
But I ain't never ate that cat.
Well, your turn. Oh my
Yo
God.
people. What you call by my name?
His name is King Melonius.
Oh
No.
and then Carvey with his 19-year-old behind. He ugly.
He just released this 2 weeks ago, right after the debate. He released it.
But Carvey, in all his 19 years of foolishness, he looked at the CD cover, whatever it is, and the picture, and Carvey said,
"Look at that picture, though."
Carvey said, Carvey said, he ugly.
So you know what's not funny about this?
What?
That's AI.
Oh, that's AI?
That's singing.
That's singing that.
King Melonius is not a real person.
Oh, Carvey looked it up. Look at you acting like Michelle. What does it say? King Melonius is not a real person. I'm going to pull it up.
He make troll music.
King Melonius. Shut up, Carvey. That's not a real person. Well, thank God. But there is a real artist name. Wait, look. That's King Melonius right there.
Yeah,
so they took his face and crunched it up.
And used his AI voice.
Wow.
The track is the creation of Palm Beach County native Melonius Hatcher. Well, kind of, because they said, is King Melonius a real person? And there's the rub. The audiovisual comedian and storyteller who goes by King Melonius wrote the lyrics. So he did it himself, wrote the lyrics, but the music was composed by an AI software. So the brother did it himself and then clearly altered his look, because that's him. You can see him. And he's handsome in this picture. You know what? T-Mo, turn that mess up. Big T-Mo. turn that video off. Oh my God. And I just want all y'all Trump supporters to understand, this is what the whole world is doing right now. Laughing at the United States of America, because we are seriously considering sending, oh my God, this individual back to the White House. The race is close. And while we laughing, we better be laughing all the way to the polls, because this mess can go sideways so fast. All right, y'all, I got to take a break. Lord have mercy. I can't do. I was wondering why it was a picture of Donald Trump standing there holding a cat. Eat the cat.
Left us the worst unemployment since the Great Depression. Donald Trump left us the worst public health epidemic in the century. Donald Trump left us the worst attack on our democracy since the Civil War. And what we have done is clean up Donald Trump's mess.
Excuse me, I have to respond. Another lie. She's a Marxist. Everybody knows she's a Marxist. Her father's a Marxist professor in economics. Everything that she believed 3 years ago is out the window. She's going to my philosophy now. In fact, I was going to send her a MAGA hat. In Springfield, they're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets.
Yeah, I looked at him and I ate him. I ate his little face.
Talk about extreme. Donald Trump has a plan for you.
Excuse me, I have to respond. She doesn't have a plan. She copied Biden's plan. And it's like 4 sentences. Like run, spot, run.
Like run, spot, run.
Well, as I said, you're going to hear a bunch of lies. And that's not actually a surprising fact. Donald Trump actually has no plan for you because he is more interested in defending himself than he is in looking out for you.
Wait a minute, I'm talking now. Another lie. It's another lie. She doesn't have a plan. Take a look at her plan. She doesn't have a plan.
So just a yes or no, you still do not have a plan?
I have concepts of a plan. I'm not president right now. In Springfield, they're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets.
Yeah, I looked at him and I ate him. I ate his little face.
You know what? I can't with y'all. Debo,
Okay,
go to break.
We're back. We're back. There's no break.
Oh, there's no break. Okay, well then I wouldn't have been. Somebody said, "Oh, that's a funky beat." I cannot with y'all. I am just what did they say? He said Colorado. Wait, what happened? Hold on. They're building a wall in Colorado. Why are they building a wall in Colorado for a border Mexico? Hang on. Is Colorado on the border? See, that's Silly Don Lemon, where they playing a clip. And thank you, Antoine, for adding to the foolishness. Now everybody is in on it. Donald Trump said we're going to build a wall, and we're going to build it in New Mexico and in Colorado, a big, beautiful wall that they won't be able to get over. And Don Lemon posed the question, is Colorado a border state? Let me go to the phone line. Oh my God, I told you all that we would be getting periodic campaign updates. The Harris Walz campaign was generous enough to make themselves available to us. And so we have none other than Mr. Garen Randolph on the phone. Hey, Garen, what's happening this morning?
Hey, Michelle, how are you? Thanks for having me back.
I'm sorry. I'm in a chronic state of laughter right now. And so you're going to have to do all the talking because I'm still laughing.
Yeah, you know, my favorite part of calling into this show is actually hearing whatever you're talking about while I'm waiting.
Oh,
so that's really the best part.
Well, I am so glad you are checking in. For folks that like they know the name because it's distinctive, Garen. Okay, but in terms of your role with the Harris Walz campaign, let folks know what it is you do, and then give us an idea, you know, in terms of the campaign, what's going on right now. As we're leading into the vice presidential debate tonight, a lot of pressure, people believe, may be on Walz and Vance, quite frankly, because this will be the last opportunity to see the campaigns represented at this scale in terms of a debate. So then we factor in what we're seeing by way of polling information that's coming out. Harris thinly in front of Trump, you know, in some of these polls, but people keep saying too close to call, margin of error, you know, either it's a toss up either way. So what do you see as somebody that's embedded with the campaign?
Yeah, sure thing. So to answer the first question, I'm the coordinated campaign manager here in Wisconsin. So I'm over the Harris campaign as well as making sure we elect Democrats up and down the ticket. I know we talked about this a little bit last week. We've got opportunities, you know, to reelect Senator Timmy Baldwin.
Wait, Gary, hang on. Do you have us on speaker? Because it is, it's not a clear. We're going in and out.
Any better?
Much better. Thank you so much.
Okay, I was getting echo too. All right, I can start over.
Okay.
So like I said, I'm the coordinated campaign manager. So I'm obviously running the Harris Walz campaign here in Wisconsin, but also making sure that we're sending Tammy Baldwin back to Congress, making sure that we're elected Democrats up and down the ticket. And we've talked about this before on your show, but we also have a unique opportunity with fair maps this year. So we do have legislative races, even in the Milwaukee area, that are competitive for the first time. So making sure that we are doing the work up and down the ticket. But to give you an update of what the campaign's been up to lately, the answer is a lot. We're down to, you probably said it this morning, so correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's 35 days.
Yes.
Yeah. Haven't been in my office yet, so I haven't seen the ticker on the wall. So, but this weekend we had a reproductive breast tour. It was a national tour that came through Wisconsin. We had big surrogates there, including Governor Gretchen Whitmer, Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett was here, and we had some local storytellers about abortion as well. So we're making sure that we've got events going on everywhere, and we also just finished up a big weekend of action where we made over 100,000, showed up at over 100,000 doors across the state, talked to thousands of voters on the phone. And we're going to keep doing that. Every weekend from here on out is a weekend of action because this campaign is close. And we're heading up to the wire. And I think to your point about the polls, I'll say this every time I come on here is just tell the listeners not to ride the polar coasters. It's going to show us up. It's going to show us down. The reality is that this race is tied. This is Wisconsin. We are in a swing state. And every presidential campaign in here looks about the same. We are going to win this race, but we're going to win this race by a very close margin. And we're only going to win this race if we put in the work over the next just a little over a month.
It's interesting. And I normally wouldn't do this, but I'm gonna do this just for a second. So while you're talking, someone texted and they said, hopefully he can give her some new talking points. She keeps repeating the same line over and over, so much so I know what she's going to say before she says it. Opportunity zone, and lawns. And I started laughing because I'm like, first of all, opportunity zones is actually what Republicans talk about. Because Senator Tim Scott, who worked on that with Senator Cory Booker, has co-opted it like he was the only author of it. And so opportunity zones is what the Republicans talk about. So clearly you're not listening because she talks about an opportunity economy. That's what she's talking about. And so when people are trying to give messages, you want to be consistent. You want it to resonate. And there's even studies that talk about how many times you have to say something before it sinks in. So Garen, for folks who like this person who sent me this message about why is the messaging the same, as somebody who works on campaigns, would you take a second to talk about why the messaging is consistent? Jesus Christ.
Absolutely. I think that's the not everybody that is voting this cycle is listening to your show every morning. Not everybody is as tuned in as you and I are, or as your listeners are. So it is important that, it might sound like we're repeating it, but we need to make sure that folks are hearing it. This election, there are two very clear different visions for the country, and making sure that voters know what those are is important. And I really do appreciate you mentioning the opportunity economy, though. I'm guessing that's what they were talking about. I think you're right there.
Right.
But just today we've got Second Gentleman Doug Emhoff in Milwaukee talking about that. The opportunity economy is one of the biggest contrasts between Vice President Harris and Donald Trump. Vice President Harris is looking to move us forward and work for an economy that works for everybody. So everybody has a chance not just to get by, but get ahead. And that is in direct opposition to Donald Trump's plan to do the same thing he did last time he was president and give his rich friends tax breaks and build an economy that works for him and leaves the middle class and working people behind. But with Emhoff here today, he's going to talk through their plan to boost small businesses across the country and in Wisconsin. It's providing tax relief for people that start small businesses, cut red tape that small business owners have to deal with when they're getting started. They've set a goal for 25 million new business applications in her first term. That would beat the record that President Biden set and would be over 10 million more that happened during Donald Trump's term. And to help businesses that are already there grow. And I think that is what we're seeing from the vice president and the economic opportunity agenda. And that is not what we're seeing from Republicans and Donald Trump. And I think that's going to be on full display tonight, too. So I'm glad that your listeners are hearing the message. We're going to keep saying it over and over again because it's going to be important for people to know what the difference is between the two candidates and what the stakes are in this election.
And, and I was looking at an article that Forbes magazine had done in which they were talking about that the VP Harris's opportunity economy, they felt closes the economic gap with Trump, because Donald Trump had been, someone who had been seen as, when, they were polling different people and, who did you think was best to lead on the economy? A person with a credit score of like 220 is who people kept picking to lead the economy, which was, kind of blowing me away. But I've had some people that have chimed in and said, but Michelle, when you listen, it's constantly about uplifting the middle class, uplifting the middle class. I don't hear anything about poor people or minorities in that. And some people even said in the Forbes magazine, they said, and even immigrants. What do you say, or what do you think that the campaign, the messaging is around somebody saying, everybody always talks about the middle class, the middle class, the middle class. I'm not in the middle class. So where am I in the whole economic opportunity plan? Where am I?
That's a great question, Michelle. And we talk to folks about this often. This isn't just about the middle class. This is about people across the country, working people, regardless of where they fall on the income ladder. I mean, these plans are to lower costs for people. That's making sure that grocery costs are lower. That's making sure that people get tax breaks. That nobody's taxes are going up that's not, ultra wealthy. It's also making sure that people have a chance to start their businesses. People have a chance to get by, and we're cracking down on corporate landlords that are raising housing costs. We're cutting down on food companies that are price gouging in grocery stores. So it's not just for the middle class. I know we do talk about the middle class a lot, but this is an economic plan for everyone across the country. Regardless of where they live, regardless of their background, whether they're in a blue state or a red state, Vice President Harris is working to build an economy that works for everybody. So yes, that includes poor folks. That isn't just middle class folks. And I think that it's important that we make that exact point when we're talking to folks, because I think you're right. I think we do talk about the middle class a lot, and we need to make sure that everybody is hearing that there is a place in our campaign, and there's a place in Vice President Harris's plans for the future for everyone, regardless of how much money they make and regardless of where they are.
All right. Well, I just appreciate the information, the time that's being taken by the campaign to check in with listeners at this station, that we have somebody on the ground here who can speak to issues close to home. And I think I'll just close it with this. As people, listen to the rollout of or the announcement that have come out of the campaign in the last week or so, how have any of these things landed in terms of Wisconsin? Because when people talk about transportation, when they talk about infrastructure, when they talk about education, we always are looking for the connection back home. So with the recent announcements and rollouts that the vice president has had, is there anything that we should understand as Wisconsin voters, how this resonates back home?
Yeah, I think that the New Way Forward agenda that the vice president is pushing has. Sorry, I'm getting a loud feedback. Can you hear me?
No, we're good.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, we can't hear anything.
It definitely ties back to Wisconsin. I mean, I think we've seen firsthand in Milwaukee especially, but across the state, what it's like to have an administration that is investing in our state. And that's what we'll get with Vice President Harris. We've seen roads get rebuilt. We've seen investments in public housing. We've seen investments in businesses on the ground. This is what happens when we've got an administration that is thinking about communities at a local level, and that's Milwaukee and across Wisconsin. So when these plans roll out, yes, they do have high level things that work nationally, but it also is important to look at the details here. The tax breaks here will directly affect Wisconsin families. They'll directly affect small business owners here in Wisconsin. They will make things more affordable for people that live on the ground here in Wisconsin. These are all, local issues. We talk about it on a national level, but these affect people, affect their pocketbooks every day. So I do think that as these rollouts happen, they do really reach down and touch folks on the ground too.
Well, I just think that, like I said, a lot is being done. People just got to pay attention, listen closer, do some research.
That's our job.
Yeah,
I keep coming back here.
Yeah, and I mean, and that's the thing. People like I'm still perplexed, kind of dumbfounded. I heard people say, I still don't know much about her. I still don't know much about her policies. It's like this stuff is not hard to find, y'all. If you're really trying to know, the information is out there. She's spoken on any array of issues. This is about, at some point, people keep waiting to be served when we can go to the buffet line and get what we want. We can find what we need if we really are, hungry enough to get the information. And so the campaign, I think, is doing a great job of trying to keep all these different, high level issues in front of us. But when people start to say, I just still don't know, I'm getting to the point where I'm like, you're not trying to know. You're not trying to, because the table has been set. All you got to do is sit down and figure out what you want on the menu. So, I just had to have a personal moment, because I heard that again this morning. And, and then you think about the amount of time that she's had to actually introduce herself, if you will, and explain to everybody. All this has been a whirlwind. And so, to the extent that all of this information has been put out there, all these surrogates are in place, this is probably one of the best run campaign situations I think I have personally ever witnessed. I just got to say thank you for being.
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
I think you touched on this a little bit. Folks that are still wanting to learn more, have them turn on their TVs tonight. There's going to be a pretty clear difference between the two candidates on the stage. It might not be the vice president and Donald Trump, but it is, those agendas is what's going to be on display. JD Vance might be the person on the stage talking, but he is bringing Donald Trump's extremist agenda with him. So I do think that tonight will, as you said, might be the last time at that big of a scale that people can tune in and see the difference between these two visions for the country. And, we're making a big deal of it. We've got watch parties across the state. But I encourage all your listeners to turn on the TV, especially those that still have questions and are still trying to decide, where they're leaning in November. And you can really see the stakes of the election when you hear Governor Walz talk, and when you see him stand on stage with JD Vance. You'll be able to see the difference. And I think it'll be pretty clear to people, who's thinking about them and who's not.
All right. Well, I know a lot of people are planning to watch. I know we'll be talking about it and breaking down what we saw in the morning. Garen, thank you for calling. I know you got a busy day, next 35 days ahead of you. So thank you for making time for listeners here. No, we appreciate it.
Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you so much, bro. Have a good day. All right, family. So the person that's texting me, who just lives to annoy me, literally. First of all, if you're going to say, and then I like that when I pointed out that, you know what you're talking about, then they just skip over it, because they said, I know what she's going to say before she says it. Opportunity zone, and lawns. And I'm like, but it's not opportunity zones. It's not. There's a difference between a zone and an economy. A zone is very narrow, it's very specific, very clearly defined. An economy is all encompassing. So it's not. So if we're going to talk about it, get it right. They then go on to further irritate my soul by saying it's the same thing. Look back at Obama's campaign. Look at Biden's. Every quote interview, they did say the exact same thing. Stop it. If this was the other side, you say come up with some new material. No, I'd say come up with some policy, period. That's what I'd say. Instead of talking about dogs and cats. How is it that you can text me with your frustration about hearing somebody talk about policy, but you don't text me with frustration about somebody talking about dogs and cats? With somebody talking about they got a more beautiful body than their opponent. With somebody getting people's gender wrong. Like, look at what you choose to text me about. You mad because they are talking about policy and they're consistent in their messaging and not all over the place. It's sounding like they just got out the loony bin. Do that for a second. Since you want to text me about something substantive. And if you're going to point out what you hear on the Democratic side of this conversation, point out the nonsense that you hear on the Republican side. But you don't do that. I know what she's going to say before she says it because she's consistent and she's on point and she's on message. Whereas the individual that you clearly support is not. So you never know what he's going to say. His staff is scared every time he steps in front of a microphone. Because what is she, Debo? What is Nikki? She's hot.
Nikki's hot. She's hot. Look at her.
So, I'm just saying, fam, stop sending me nonsense, man.
You know, Nikki, she's hot. Nikki?
You want to weigh in on she's
Nikki?
Consistent on policy messaging. But you ain't got nothing to say that you don't know what in the world this clown is going to say from minute to minute, second to second. But usually it's embarrassing. How do you keep trying to jump on sanity like it's something wrong with that? I didn't get your text messages about him calling her mentally retarded, about saying she was born, with a mental defect. I ain't get none of your text messages on that. So all I'm saying is be fair. Because I'm willing to talk about both sides of it. But you do yourself a disservice with these idiotic text messages about nothing. You mad because she's consistent. But you don't have anything to say about the erratic behavior, comments, criminal record, convictions, waiting for sentencing. And somebody said, Michelle, you did not say he had a 200 and something credit score. Yes, I did. And I think the lowest you can have is a 300. He got like a 220. Yeah. Carby said Donald Trump. Carby looked up like, Donald Trump? Got like a 220? The highest credit score you can have is like about an 800. If you got moderately like good credit, you like a 700 in there. Well, no, that's not moderately good. That's good. 720, 730, that's good. That's like really good. If you like 650 to 7, you like fair, moderate. If you below 650, you got to do some work. Donald Trump, but the floor is usually about 300. Like if you just got a name and a phone number, you got like a 300 credit score. Donald Trump got like a 220 for real. I got to take a break. I'll be right. Is it over? Oh my God, it is 8:51. Family, I gotta go. Are you still sending me messages? Somebody said that's not consistency. That's a talking point. Yeah, and when you're using the talking points that people give you and you use them the way you're supposed to, it creates consistency. Stop being special, dude. Man, get something to do today. I gotta go. All right, family. Diva, appreciate you. Certainly appreciated. King Wallonius. Carvey, excited for your show tonight. Can't wait to cheer and act like a groupie and be like, I know him. I'm gonna be looking at people next to me like, I know him, right? I work with him, right? All right, y'all. So remember, the big vote is happening tonight. Register, free tickets. It's happening from 6 to 10 p.m. Turner Hall, 1040 North Bell Phillips Avenue. Wisconsin Voices, the Marquis Turners, and the NAACP is at the table on this event. Have a great day, and I will talk to y'all later. Peace.